Hi, Minn Kota Pro Scott Bonnema here. I want to talk to you today a little bit about the brand new Minn Kota Ultrex trolling motor. Recently released to the marketplace. A few of the Bassmaster Elites have had the opportunity to use it lately. I've had the opportunity to use it now for a few weeks in tournaments as well. I found that doing a lot of the on-the-water demonstrations and discussions with anglers, there's a lot of questions. I want to just try to point out a few things real quick for you. First off, the Ultrex is an independent unit. It is operational regardless of what ultrasonic sonar unit you're using. The GPS technology is built into the head of the trolling motor, and it has accuracy within a 3-foot circle. So once we hit spot lock, we have the ability to stay in that exact position. The other thing that you'll find is that you operate it exactly the same way you utilize your standard units today, the Ultrex as an example. The difference is it has a cable steer as well as electronic motor in the head of the unit, which allows us to have power steering. So it's really easy to use. There's no fighting the trolling motor, and it's exceptionally fast. We're going to dump it in the water in a few minutes and show you how that works. But having said that, the other function or feature that we have is we have a handheld remote. So all of the operations of the trolling motor from the foot can also be done now remotely from anywhere within the boat. So if you have your family with you, or if it's really rough and you just want to stand in the back and fish, you can spot lock it, you can adjust the speed, you can move forward, reverse, etc. from the handheld. It also tells you what the GPS signal strength that you have. It tells you how much power you have within your batteries, as well as the speed and the position. So that's just a handheld remote that you'll start to see bass anglers start to use in the future. The unit's available with a 45-inch shaft, a 52-inch shaft, or a 60-inch shaft. As a bass angler, I've always liked to stay with a shorter shaft, but as an example, I'm planning to go to a 52-inch model now with the 112-volt system for next year, because when you are in the big waves and you really want to use that spot lock technology, if it's real windy as an example, that allows you to stay in the water. Thing I want to point out though is a huge benefit of this, because we have an electric motor and cable steer. When we're in real rough water now, we can hit spot lock. We don't have to stand in the front. We can kind of step back a little bit if we want and have a little more comfort in our fishing. But because that cable motor is there, when we set its location, it stays locked in that position. So if it comes up and down out of the water, the trolling motor does not fight back and forth. It stays in one locked position and goes up and down, and automatically will move left or right to keep us on that position. A huge feature when you're actually in the water fishing with it. So again, handheld technology, high speed movements, precision locking, GPS technology built into the unit, available in 80 or 112 pound thrust technology. I think you're going to find it to be an awesome tool. One of the other questions I get is guys say, hey, I've got a Ultrex. What do I do? Do I keep that Ultrex? Do I buy a new Ultrex? My recommendation to guys, because this is such a game changer and truly will change the way we fish, I recommend guys keep your Ultrex. Keep it as a backup unit just in case something were to happen on the water and you break something. We have the ability to take the Allen wrench out, and with this new bracket design we can slide the Ultrex out and or we can put the Ultrex onto it and lock it in place, so we can utilize the same bracket for the Ultrex if we needed to have it. So again, keep it as a spare unit, put it on only in the case of an emergency, and you're good to go. So let's dump it in the water and we'll go show you how simple it is to use. Okay, so we're on the water. I wanted to show you quickly some of the simple features of this new Ultrex. Comes standard with stainless steel plastic coated cables for control. It has the same heavy duty bracket that Minn Kota's had for a long time with the power assist one-handed operation locking feature for the stowing and deploying of the trolling motor. The transducer is built into each and every unit. It's got a built-in universal sonar into the unit. The difference you're going to see right away is that the whole head will move. Because it's an electric power steering style unit, we have a power switch here to turn the power on or off. Simply turn the power on, and now we have sensor controls in the head, and so it can simply, with one finger operation, the harder you push, the quicker it responds. Very, very fast and very quiet. Operated exactly the same way you would operate your standard Ultrex unit. It's got the power control built into the foot pedal, directional controls, very simple. In addition, we have the speed setting on the side. So you operate it just as you always would have. The difference is spot lock technology. Now that I have found a spot, let's say I'm fishing, all I do literally is tap this button. You notice on the control, we have the spot lock function is now enabled. This trolling motor will now stay within a 3-foot circle as to its location, and will automatically make that adjustment. You can see it operating on its own right now. So depending upon the wind, whether it's wind or current, if you find that location, it will automatically stay at that speed. It automatically ramps up or decreases the speed for the trolling motor to stay at that location. And one of the questions we've been getting is, well, does that really chew up battery? The reality is no, it uses less battery because it's slowly ramping up and slowly backing off instead of high-speed movements. So it's very, very smooth in its operation. It'll use less battery in the long run. To get out of spot lock, so now I'm fishing, I can walk around in the boat, I can go retie. Maybe as an example, I just fished a tournament, caught a fish, it was very windy, I hit spot lock, literally walked away, went back, did the fish management in the live wells, walked right back up, made another cast, and caught another fish. I did that 3 consecutive times. No other technology would have allowed me to do that. So it's that simple. Now let's say I want to move over. All I do to get out of spot lock is just touch the pedal. Once I've done that, spot lock is now disengaged and I'm moving. And I can go anywhere I want to go. Once I get to another spot, all I do is tap the button. Now those are the simple ways of operation that we would do as a normal bass angler. The same functions can be done from this handheld remote. So if I want to stand in the back of the boat and let my buddies up front or my kids, or if I just want to operate the boat from the back, I can do all of those same functions from the handheld remote. I've got high-speed movements, I've got jogging capabilities, and that's what the handheld will allow you to do. It shows you the speed, the trolling motor, if it's running, its location. It'll show you within a foot and a half of where you're at from the spot that you put into it. The other thing that the remote allows you to do is you can put in 16 separate spots. So if you have 16 different areas, you can hit go to spot number 1. As long as you're within a quarter mile of that spot, this trolling motor will automatically go to that spot and stay within a 3-foot circle of where you had entered it. It also has the ability within the remote to put in 16 tracks, and you can put 16 tracks, each up to 2 miles long, in here. So you would record it and then end it, and then you can recall those. That's standard in the control. One of the additional features that we have on these models is called Auto Link, and that's the function where you would need the Humminbird electronics. The trolling motor will link directly to the Humminbird units, and in that case, what's cool about it is if you have hundreds of waypoints, you can simply say, I want to go to waypoint 422, and you could point it out and it'll just go to it. And so you'll be able to operate the same functions from your Humminbird unit and link all of your data points to the trolling motor, and that's a separate function or feature that is available in these Ultrex units. So again, they're available in 80-pound thrust, 112-pound thrust technologies. Various shaft lengths are available. They also have the ability to upgrade from iPilot to the autopilot link capability, which will tie you into Humminbird units. Short of that, the trolling motor is completely independent and can be operated accordingly. And that's really all there is to it. Simple operation, extremely fast and quiet. It is truly a game changer for the bass fishermen.